Okay, so our next step is to make some charts and graphs. This is going to be really useful for you for making reports for the big boss when they want summary stuff to look at, like especially for like executive summaries, things like that. They don't usually want to read all the text. As much fun as it is to make like a 50-page report to be summarized in a graph, that's kind of part of the job. So here we go. So I started this process off by creating a query for sales total, because what we're going to do is to create a report identifying our top salesperson. What does this look like on the back end? I did a sum for the unit price times the quantity. And then we just have the two columns of the select last name and the aggregate function of the sum. And of course we have the group by in there, and the ordering it by descending. This I just did quickly in the design thing instead of doing by SQL, which is why it's got the inner joins and all that kind of mess, and it looks ugly with the employees as the aliasing. But it is functional, and that is what we need. Why would I not want to do the report design and just do it straight up in there? It's going to get a little messy on the charts. You want something that you can actually select. So that is why. But that being said, here we go. So this is just like any report. Where we go? There we are. Property sheet. We need to move to the report and connect our stuff. And I did the little caret to show that it's one of these weird ones that I made instead of one of the ones that are pre-existing. So there we go. We are going to add in our two pieces of data here. So we've got last name, we've got our sales. Let's move our sales to be parallel with those. And actually what we're going to do is to cut this out and paste it up here for efficiency, like we learned before. I'm going to move that there. I'm going to cut, paste that up there. I'm going to move that. Yeah, let's go ahead and move it all the way over here. Last name, I'm going to move it up here, align it there. Make it wide. I don't know how long these last names are. Move our cells up here. Okay, and we've eliminated as much white space as possible on the top. You can do that. And let's just see what that looks like right off the bat. Okay, this doesn't look awful with so little information like this. Ways to improve it. I mean, the banding actually works out okay on this report. These are like a little ugly, so let's get rid of those really quick. So we've got both of those, property sheet and format, and where are you? Borders, there we are. Transparent, so makes them a little prettier. Okay, so let's add in our chart. I'm going to open this space up again. And let's do we don't actually have clustered information. This is super simple, but that's fine. We're going to go to queries, go back to our sales total. If we didn't have it saved, then you would have had something to like pull up like that. And you can see you can switch things around, add in legends, all sorts of stuff there. But our chart is aligned with what our data was. Got our Peacock is the best one, Lowerling and Devalio are also good with the sales. The other one's a little bit not so much. Just like in Word or Excel, you can edit those, and you should be able to recognize it. It looks like pretty much the same. Okay, cool. Let's look at what that looks like Oh no, that's not good. It's repeating itself. That's definitely not good. So what happened? We put it on the details section, which is the same section as the name and the total sales for that person, right? Yes, I did that intentionally so you can see what's going on. One other thing to show you before we get away from this. We used these before. What happens if we add in the child and master links? Just want to show you this real quick as another, don't actually do this. Look at that. It actually split it out by just showing each individual salesperson. There are times when you might want that, especially if you're doing a more complex thing where you can have like subcharts. Doesn't make any sense here whatsoever. No. And yeah, like funnily enough, if this was a pie chart that we were doing instead of the bar graph, like it'd be just one solid filled graph, which is kind of funny. Actually, we can show that. We can show that really quick. Boop. And queries. Bring that back. Link it again. And then view, print preview, and there you go. 100% of the sales by Peacock was made by Peacock. Surprise! So yeah, that's terrible. So these are common mistakes, basically, that I'm showing you. Let's not do that. Instead, we're going to bring that back up. And okay, so what would happen if we put on the bottom of the page? For this report, it would actually be okay because it's a one-page report, but that's actually not going to be super helpful for you. You actually want to use the report footer. So here you can see that the page is turned on, but the report isn't. So if we click that, huzzah, you get more headers and footers. So here we're going to actually add this back in one more time. Make that big and beautiful. Queries, and our sales total. We're not going to do any linking. Let's view what that looks like. And look at that. Obviously, for cleaning this up, we'd want to mess around with that. Give our report a nice, beautiful name. You know, like make these lined up better, like sales and the money over there just like looks bad. So, you know, if this is what you turned in, this is more like C effort, you can do better than that. I believe in you. But the rest of it is mostly just design elements of just taking the time of making something that is final product good to put in front of the boss. But that is how to put together a report with a chart. All right, and this is not saved yet. So actually what I want to do, yes, I would like to save, and this will be our best sales report. Boom. There we go. I'm going to go click it, opens up like that. All right.